Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Macrocast, your source for news and entertainment, with the minds behind Macro Records. We're your host. I'm Mattson. Downlow'd is wearing an ostrich pillow, and he thinks it makes him a real ostrich. As we observe the
I don't know what
ostrich
noises ostriches make, but I
his
feel
natural
like one
habitat.
right now. I've actually slept with this for the past couple of days, and it's been awesome. I thought that I would. I told you.
I mean, just look at the headphones, everyone. Look how ridiculous the headphones look.
It probably looks better without the headphones on. Does it look better without it on?
Yeah, but you need the headphones.
I know I need them on, but this is where the eyes would go.
Yeah.
You know.
Uh-huh.
But I told you, I was like, this is something that I just took a chance on. We're going to talk about a couple of things that we're taking chances on, or that I've taken chances on in the past couple of weeks, and that have worked out for me. So, but this is one of them. This is the Ostrich Pillow. And
Very
it's
cool.
beautiful. It's good for being on a plane. I want to fall asleep right now. I'm not joking.
For you Star Wars fans, he made
And honestly, you guys should just
similar-
sponsor me, because I should be charging you for this. It feels good though. Oh, I feel like an ostrich.
So, do you want to talk a little bit of macro news?
Like, this is like my beak right here. Like, my beak is in the front, but my beard is like sticking out.
You know,
Oh,
you
I'm
look
gonna
like
take
a
this-
squid.
I'm gonna take this off though, because
It's got to be hot in there, man.
it is hot. It's actually, you know what? It's surprisingly, it stays pretty cool. Like,
Is it designed that way? So, like,
night?
when you're sleeping, it stays pretty cool.
well, I mean, you don't want to be hot when you're asleep, you know. So
No. Actually,
they take it into consideration. I just use it as a pillow though here at home. I just like sleep on it instead of putting my head in it. Although I
Yeah.
have done that, and I feel like I would do that if any intruder were to come upon my house. Like, my couch is kind of blue. I sleep on my couch. It's not gonna be that way for much longer, guys. I swear. But
which might mean, like, we're going to rearrange the way the
no,
podcast
well,
looks.
I mean, we can.
I think it'll
you
be
want
better.
to do that.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that
I think
something that you've been wanting to do? We
I
haven't
think
even
it would
talked
be
about this.
better, like, if we could keep all the cool shit we have, like, you
The
know,
cool shit, like what?
like all the shit on your
Like,
camera.
maybe
is really
I don't know
cool.
if you guys have noticed. I don't know if you can see, but we have a Dream With Me like bag right here that kind of it came with the ostrich pillow. So if you buy one of those, I just bought mine off Amazon and it came with that.
So
which
is that
kinda
like
cool.
a little bag you can keep your dick knacks in?
Your what?
Is it for
Your
knickknacks?
dick knacks?
Yeah.
What are dick knacks?
Well,
Are they kind of like knickknacks? But
it's hard
like,
to explain, but you can, you know, if you need to know more, you can try your local sex shop.
just go to thisismacro.com.
I'm at, that'd be cool if we were sponsored by Ostrich Pillow.
It also
like you
says,
were saying.
there's a quote here. It says, dreams are today's answers to tomorrow's questions.
Would you
by
care to explain
Edgar
the
Cayce.
significance of that? Oh, Edward Case.
Dreams are the answers to tomorrow's questions.
So
What do you think that means?
Well, I mean,
you've
is that like when
you've
you're
almost
having...
been through the full cycle of college, like a university education. So I'm going to ask you, because I dropped out. Everyone knows that I dropped out, and now I'm just a computer.
You've
I'm a
evolved.
computer.
You think that's what we're all going to evolve to eventually, just into computers?
Computers? I don't know. But what's your thoughts on that?
On the quote?
Yes. What do you? I mean, It's funny because if you guys are,
no,
if you, listen,
you asked me
listen.
a question and then you
No,
said no.
listen,
Wait,
if you're
how does
fans of
that
the
relate to
Macrocast-
going through the college cycle and you dropping
If
out?
you're
Please
fans,
explain
before
this
that,
to
before
me.
if you're fans of the Macrocast, it's so funny how I ask Alex something and he just drifts off
Because
He
you
doesn't
ask
even pay-
ridiculous things.
Well, but why don't you answer the ridiculous questions? That's what everyone wants to know.
Everyone's
all
looking
the
for
fans
those
are
answers.
they're all like, well, what? They're like, Downlow'd asks the real questions here. You never
You ask
answer
the questions everyone is just fucking raring to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about.
People are like, so, Mattson, I've heard you almost gone through the entire college education. What do you think
Process.
about this quote? Dreams are the future of tomorrow. It's like, what?
Dreams are today's answers to tomorrow's questions.
Yes.
You haven't graduated from college yet, have
Dreams
you?
are the answers to
You haven't
tomorrow's
graduated,
questions.
have you?
Oh, God, you know,
Because if you do graduate, I'm going to let your professors know that they fucked up because you didn't even listen to the question that I just asked you. And they're going to be like, oh, Downlow'd.
Number one rule,
so
do not read the
successful
question.
because Downlow'd he had a number 25. I did. Oh, I had a number 25,
God.
guys. Number 25. That's pretty good, right? Can we have like some applause in the studio? Some applause. Yeah, this is really lame because if anyone on YouTube is watching, it's just Alex. And
Just me and you clapping.
yeah, and the hippo.
Yeah.
Mr.
Do
Potamus.
you like my hippo, guys?
That's Mr. It's not your hippo. He's the macro hippo.
Nah.
That's Mr. Potamus.
Look at him here.
Mr. Potamus.
You know what would be
dude.
awesome if we could build him like a little swamp?
We will.
And he could like... Don't hippos live in swamps?
We can do that eventually, and we'll have another camera for that.
Just for him?
Well, yeah, and just to see what he was up to. Like, you know, what he's doing all
Can
the
we
time.
bring him to life?
No, he's alive right now. You just don't understand. Stop grabbing his ass. He doesn't like that. He's like, stop it.
My associate, Dr. Frankenstein,
Frankenstein.
he might be able to help us in that department.
Well, so I did some pretty crazy stuff this last week. Again, as you guys know, I ordered from Goldbely. The Ostrich Pillow wasn't the only thing I ordered. I ordered some biscuits from Goldbely. These are biscuits from, I don't know where they're from. Look up the biscuits on Goldbely.
Let me see if I can find
These are biscuits with ham. They're from like Caroline's. But I feel bad if it's wrong. It doesn't matter. We're still plugging you. Just shut up, Caroline.
Biscuits with ham.
No, Goldbely. Did you look at
Country
Goldbely?
ham biscuits?
On Goldbelly?
Are they called country ham biscuits?
That's what it is, yeah.
They are from Callie's Charleston Biscuits.
It's not even Caroline. Callie. Yeah, so we're going to try those right now. Let's go ahead and give these a shot.
Here, let me,
They're still hot.
just so you guys can take a look also on screen as to
Here,
what we're
there's
trying.
two right there. Just take these two.
Oh my god. Here. This isn't gonna work.
Take these two right there. Oh my god, dude. They're connected.
They're connected.
Take them. Oh, yes. All right.
Okay, now I have
You don't have to
biscuits.
eat both. You can eat one.
What am I gonna do with the other one?
Put it on my computer. Put it on something. I don't know. But give it a shot. Let's see.
All right,
Callie's,
so here we go.
Callie's ham biscuits, right?
Yes. Country biscuits.
They do taste like country biscuits.
They taste like the country.
These are not bad at all.
They're pretty good.
Now, I baked these last night, or rebaked them, and warmed them up in the microwave for like 45 seconds, and they've been sitting here for like 2 minutes, and they're still good.
So while we eat these, you want to talk a little bit of macro news?
Let's talk about the macro.
Let's talk about today's track,
Oh my god.
because we have a release today.
What release is that?
Eva Calix, SB2.
My mouth is full.
You just listened to it before this podcast.
What does it sound like?
Oh?
Just kidding. We know what it sounds like. We heard it.
Well, I
We
mean,
love that song.
It's pretty housey. It's got some, like, straight techno vibes to it, you know?
Well, it's worth checking out. I sent it and I said sounds good or something like that in the demo.
Trent forwarded me to the demo, and he was like, the tune is SB2. The guy is Ava Kelix. Bye-bye.
What do you think of the biscuits?
They're good. I decided to eat the second one.
They're really good. My mouth is full again. Yeah, my mouth is full.
Is,
Goldbelly is awesome, dude.
in other macro news, like
Wait,
I was saying,
wait.
Downlow'd hit 25. Systems
I
corrupted.
did, yeah. We already talked about that.
Well, you kind of, like, babbled about it. You never really said, like... you didn't say systems corrupted.
There's one more Goldbelly thing that we have to talk about.
Bring it on.
Well, yeah, the system cover thing is awesome. I hit 25. My mouth is really full. That's great. You know? That's the highest that track's going to go because it fell again. What's it at today?
I'm checking.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see what it's at.
Checking, hacking. Let's see.
These biscuits, though, from Callie's Bakery are awesome.
Still on the top 100 Electro House. It's at number 51 right now.
Number 51. That's
So-
great.
That's still higher than its initial starting price.
I know, yeah, that's great. So check it out. Get a copy if you can. I mean, let's maybe push it back in. Maybe it can still go on the top 10. It's been on the charts for over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's really crazy. So, I don't know. Here's one more thing, though, from Goldbely that we tried. Look up pretzels on Goldbely.
Pretzels, Goldbelly.
Here you go.
Are they the best? Is it pork belly pretzel sandwich?
No, it's not a sandwich. They're pretzels from New York.
I can't find it. God damn it! This is not.
Here you go.
This doesn't work.
Taking one. No, just take the plate.
Really?
Yeah. It's fine. I have another plate here for some reason. I don't know how that happened. These are pretzels from like Peter's.
Peter's
From
pretzels.
New York. They're not warm anymore though.
Kind of sucks, but they're still pretty good.
Which one have you tried?
I tried this one, the bigger one.
With the cheese on it?
Mm-mm.
There's a cheese and jalapeno one.
I didn't try that one.
And there's an everything one. Look it up. You'll find it right now.
I'm trying.
Look it up faster so our listeners will love it.
I can't find it.
They
on
need to-
Goldbelly.
What?
I cannot find it.
Did you just look up pretzels?
I googled pretzels, Goldbelly, Peters.
Go to Goldbelly and look up pretzels. Go to Goldbelly, the site, and just look up pretzels.
Everything's pretzels? It's Pelzer's pretzels, dude.
From New York?
Pelzer's pretzels.
Is that from New York?
A big city mashup of doughy goodness.
Is that from New York?
Yes. A big city mashup?
I guess. I don't know.
Pelzer's pretzels. Not Peters.
It's Pelzer. Sorry, dude.
Jalapeno cheddar pretzels? Is that
That's
what
what we're
you're
trying,
talking
and something else.
The
Is
other
there like
one?
an everything?
Oh, yeah. Is that an everything pretzel?
Uh-huh.
That's delicious. These are the jalapeno cheddar ones.
So these are like unconventional pretzels. The jalapeno cheddar looks pretty similar to that. To what you guys are seeing on screen.
I just tried the jalapeno pretzel.
And what do you think? It's better if it's hot.
10 out of 10 would eat again.
You would?
I mean, they're
This
pretty
would be
good.
way better with some cheese.
And if they were hot, like you said.
Yeah. But these are really good. And all you have to do is just warm them up in your own microwave. Goldbelly is kick-ass. I recommend you guys check it out. If you have a Reddit Gold, you get a discount.
And if you're a long-time listener, you know this isn't the first time we've talked about Goldbelly.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's a solid pretzel. Delivered to your doorstep. My mouth is so full. That hippo knows what I'm feeling. No fucking hippos look like that, dude.
Like what?
Like that hippo.
Who's unique?
What?
He's unique?
Yeah, he's unique.
He's a unique hippo.
Yeah, because most hippos are like douches. They're like pigs. They're straight up like pigs, you know?
Okay.
Pigs are like they're angry. They're like angry pigs.
Have you spent a lot of time with angry pigs? Is that like Angry Birds?
In the sewers.
Is that like Angry Birds?
No, pigs are different from birds.
Oh. But aren't the enemies in Angry Birds the pigs?
Yes.
I think there was a follow-up game called like Bad Piggies or something.
No.
Yeah, there was.
No.
There was. It was
No.
You're basically the pigs and you got to construct like so you know in Angry Birds your goal is to destroy their structures and kill the pigs?
No.
Well, it is. And so in Bad Piggies your goal was to construct devices that could prevent them from getting killed. It was pretty awesome, man.
No.
Oh god.
Which pretzel was better?
The everything one.
I ate the whole jalapeno cheese one.
Really? You liked it that much?
I don't know. I'm gonna eat both. I ate both of the biscuits.
Mm-hmm. They were good.
They
The
came in
biscuits were
packages of
fucking
4.
awesome.
They come in 24.
The biscuits?
Mm-hmm. It's like $40 though for like 24. So they're not.
They're
pricey.
expensive. Yeah.
Everything on Goldbelly is pricey,
Yeah.
but
But it's all homemade stuff that you're getting.
it's from like legit restaurants.
It's not like if you were to go buy breakfast biscuits, like frozen ones at a store, they'd be cheaper. But
It wouldn't be the same.
Not at all.
So what's going on in the world?
Well,
In the weird world?
you want to hear about some? Well, you really want to hear about some
The
weird?
pretzel world?
You want to hear about some
No.
creepy shit?
No, I don't.
This shit.
I don't want to hear about creepy stuff.
It's
No.
It is some
No.
creepy, crawly shit. So,
My mouth is full again.
take a look at this.
I'm eating another pretzel.
A ghostly fish with wings
Guys, these are big pretzels. They're not small.
was spotted gracefully gliding through the ocean at depths of 8,100 meters. So this is the largest documented fish this far down.
That
It's
fish right there?
Yeah, it's actually the only fish documented that far down in the ocean.
Why?
Well, because the pressure is so intense the farther you get down.
Yeah, but there's weirder fish.
Well, yeah, but they're talking about how this one is even further down than those weird-ass fish.
So it's even weirder, but it looks more normal?
Does it look normal to you?
Pretty normal.
It looks cool. Like, it looks really interesting.
I just finished my pretzel.
How was it?
It was good.
Uh-huh.
I like pretzels, guys.
Goldbely.
Like this video if you like pretzels.
Goldbely, if you're watching, sponsor us.
I'm sure they'll watch if I tweet it. We were tweeting each other.
Let's get Gold... Okay, this is our new goal, guys. We're going to get Goldbelly to sponsor this podcast.
Okay. How do we do that? We get more than 10 views on this podcast on YouTube?
You can help us out by doing that by going to iTunes and giving us a review.
A good review would be amazing. Mm-hmm. Please do that. I went to Disneyland too. That's where I got that sweet hippo, dude.
And
Did we tell our audience about that?
you went to Disneyland, got the hippo there, and then mailed it back to yourself?
I mailed all kinds of things. I mailed a giraffe too.
But that's a pillow.
Well, you'll see it on the next week's podcast.
Yeah,
There's
you'll use it.
Well, I have been using it. There's a bunch of things that we're saving for next week's podcast, though.
Really?
Well, like Marco Polo, for instance. We're saving that. We're not going to talk about it right now. We'll touch on it in the TV segment, but as for right now, we're not going to touch on it.
We probably won't touch on it today at all.
So we can talk about it briefly.
We can talk about what our goal is for next week and like what we're gonna,
What our goals are,
like how we're gonna attack this.
how we're going to attack it. We're gonna approach this situation like Kublai Khan, like a Khan.
So
So this fish is cool. I mean, it was discovered.
forget about the fish.
Oh, okay. I'm done with that then.
You should be done with him already.
Okay, I'm already done.
He's gone.
Forget about that fish. Forget about the fucking fish. Why did we even bring it up? It's just the Macrocast. They bring up stupid things. Oh, great.
So let's talk about something really crazy.
Everyone's talking about this though.
This is a huge topic right now.
Talking about North Korea.
Sony has canceled the theatrical release of The Interview.
No, not anymore.
Oh, so now it's back on. What?
They blamed it on theaters. You didn't see that?
Uh-uh.
Sony blamed it on the theaters and said that they're going to actually, like, no matter what, it's going to come out now.
Interesting.
Well, because now after Barack Obama's statement, like, oh, well, we shouldn't cower to terrorist threats or whatever.
Let's talk about that. Hold on.
Oh, dude, who is that terrorist?
That is our brother,
That's a terrorist.
George R.R. Martin.
George R.
So, during his annual year-end press conference, President Obama spoke out about Sony Pictures' decision to cancel. Here's what he said. Sony is a corporation. It suffered significant damage.
Sony's from Japan.
There were threats against its employees. I'm sympathetic to the concerns that they have faced. Having said all that, yes, I think they made a mistake. They made a mistake. Thank you, Barack Obama.
You kind of sound like Barack Obama.
I felt like it was close at first, and then it slowly drifted away.
Yeah, it was like it got pretty bad towards the end.
It was more like Nixon or some shit.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what it
fellow
was. Like
Americans.
fucking Carter or something.
Jimmy Carter.
One of the less memorable presidents.
So
That's what you sounded like.
George R.R. Martin, which is the guy you were talking, you were like, oh, look at him.
What seat does he serve in the cabinet?
Seriously. George. Why everyone loves George R. R.
You know what
Martin.
I woke up to? Like the first thought in my head today was the Anamanaguchi Game of Thrones theme.
Fucking Game of Thrones.
Because and it's like there are swords and things doing lightning tricks.
And it'll chase you. It's
If
like
you try to resist, that was like that was like what I thirsted.
How do you make someone Game of Thrones? It's like we'll make you Game of Thrones.
That was the first thing I thought of when I woke up today.
What inspired that?
I don't know. It
Were
was
you
just
dreaming about like Arya Stark or something?
No. Yeah, always. Who's Arya?
Along with your brethren on 4chan.
Who's Arya?
You know which one.
Who is the...
Arya's the young
and then
one.
there's Sansa's too.
Sansa is the redhead.
Oh, it's whatever. I'm down with either of them.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm just down with hot chick. You know what I'm saying? I just like the ladies.
Arya's supposed to be like 14.
Arya, she's like 8. Isn't she like 18 though?
In real life, I think she's like
or
19.
like 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and you know, so it's all good. It's not like it's illegal. You know, that's creepy.
Okay,
but
so
no,
why
but she,
was this
you know,
on
in the
your
show,
mind?
in the show, she always looks like she's like covered in dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
She like looks disgusting. They make all of those.
They do that on purpose, though.
Ugh.
Like, do you ever? What was it? Like, do you remember first season of Arrow? Like all the flashbacks to the island, how dirty he was at some points. Filth. There's been
Arrow, you know, the first
Walking
season,
Dead. Those
I'm not
people.
gonna lie. If you guys, okay, so if you're a new listener to the Macrocast or you haven't watched Arrow before, Arrow is really tough to get into for the first season and a half, I would say. Like, if you're not into DC
Surprisingly,
comics,
though, people like those seasons a lot more than the recent ones.
well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I know Arrow. Like, you know, I know DC Comics, and I like the show. I've liked it the entire way through, but I just feel like if you're not a fan, like, it's going to be hard for you to get into it the first, like, season and a half until, like, a real villain comes in. The first season is all flashbacks.
If you have no clue who Green Arrow is, too, like, before this, you're not going to care.
Totally.
Because,
like, what if you get into this because you like Supernatural and you're like, oh, the CW has some other shows that you might be into or whatever?
Well, I think that's, like, how they're able to pull those people in with those, you know, really melodramatic scenes and stuff. Because the people who watch Vampire Diaries and shit...
Is that what that show is like? Have you watched that show?
Vampire Diaries?
Yes.
It's terrible.
Have you watched it?
Yeah. It's like all those terrible moments from Supernatural Arrow put together. And
We
it's
just probably lost some listeners
nonstop.
right now.
Oh, fuck them.
I know so many girls that love Vampire Diaries. Actually,
Really?
like, the last like 3 girls that I dated all loved Vampire Diaries.
I mean, I'm not like...
they loved it.
I'm not trying to diss on it too hard, but we don't want to talk about Arrow too much because we're going to talk about...
I like the fact that Arrow has those moments though, because if you ever read DC Comics, it's a lot like that. There are a lot of those moments where it's like intense personal.
Yeah.
What do they call it in Supernatural? They're the VW moments or whatever.
The BW moment?
The WB moments.
Oh, what?
The VW moments. That's what it was called.
I don't remember that part.
It was called a BW scene.
BW?
Something like that.
What does BW stand for?
It's like the boy, or a BI scene or something, like boy intensity or some shit like that. And Dean was like, "Why do you call it that?" She was like, "Well, the intensity is implied."
But
I
like
felt
in
like
a show
Dean
like
wanted to,
Arrow,
like,
it's between a man and a woman. It's not two brothers.
I know that's weird, but I felt like Dean. There was like some weird I don't know, some weird like tensity between her and Dean in that episode.
People have implied that there's like some weird thing going on between Oliver and Roy, and it just pisses me off. Because now people are gonna... Yes, in Arrow.
What? Oh, because the dude who plays Roy is gay.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, I've only seen that on Reddit, so I don't know if that's true, but someone was talking about how he's gay on Reddit.
But, like, people are going to start making that bullshit like they make for Supernatural, like the fan fiction porn with Sam and Dean. It's going to be like Roy and Oliver.
And then it's going to be like Batman and Robin.
But I'm sure that already exists somewhere.
Batman and Nightwing.
Oh, you mean Buttman and Throbbin?
Throbbin. Yes, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
They call him Throbbin Robin.
Look, there's no... You know what agitates me about our podcast is that there's nothing for people to watch right now.
Why would there be? They're watching us. Aren't you watching us?
Well, now you're watching us. But in the last podcast I was watching the last podcast and we were not on screen and it was just like, I was just watching this fucking background the whole time.
But you were intent. That's how you wanted the last episode.
That's how I wanted it. I know, and I got what I wanted.
And now you're just not happy. You're never happy. You get what you want, and then it's not enough.
It's fucked. It's fucked.
It's fucked.
I fucked it up.
Dude,
So
I know
we might be at South by Southwest
Yeah.
this next year. That's going to be pretty crazy. If any of you listeners ever go to South by Southwest, it's in Austin. It's a huge, huge music festival. Some people have to pay for like badges. I mean, you could pay for a badge and get into official parties.
You don't need no stinking badges.
You don't need no stinking badges to get into the Macro Records parties, though, or a bunch of other parties by our friends like Brooklyn Fire, Play Me. You won't need badges to get into those parties. So if you want to come out, you come out to Austin and just bar hop and come hang out with us. I just wanted to throw that out there for right now. We've got some awesome acts that are, what are you, dude? Are you like BDSMing
Pay attention.
that hippo?
I need him to pay attention.
Stop BDSMing that. That's a male hippo, by the way. Actually, it is a female hippo.
Is it really?
There's no junk on any Disney characters, so they're all female.
Okay.
Gotta all be female, dude. And that's okay. You can just BDSM her. She's hot.
She likes it when I stroke her like this.
Stroke her. Ugh.
So, wait.
But so we'll be at South by Southwest. We've got the Disco Fries, Run DMT, John Zeidman, Castra, Casa Brothers.
As more becomes official on that front, we'll make sure to keep you guys in the loop.
Yeah, we'll keep you in the loop. We'll let you know. Fine Art.
My bro hair?
Who's that?
My bro hair.
Oh yeah, he's our brother. He's our brother, our good brother, Fine Art.
No, he's my brother.
He's your blood brother.
God, that sounds so weird.
You guys are blood brothers. They're not really like blood brothers. They just call each other blood brothers because they made a pact. When they were in high school, they were like, "We're gonna be blood brothers, right?" And they were like, "Yeah." So they made They cut each other's hands out of the football field and like locked them together.
Oh my God, this is fucking sadistic.
And kissed.
Oh, what the fuck? This has now turned into one of those supernatural porn fan fictions. God damn it.
It's fucking disgusting.
Okay, I know we got off topic, but can we talk about this?
Because South by Southwest?
No, there was something with George R. God damn it, George R. Martin. You inspired
back to
all
George
of this.
R. Fucking George.
We were talking about how the interview got canceled.
What about him?
And George R. R. Martin he posted on his live journal. Who the fuck posts on live journal? His current mood is pissed off. Martin rallied against theater chains for declining to show a film because Kim Jong-un objects to being mocked.
Oh, George R. R. Martin.
Here's what he had to say. The level of corporate cowardice here astonishes me. It's a good thing these guys weren't around when Charlie Chaplin made The Great Dictator. If Kim Jong-un scares them, Adolf Hitler would have had them shitting in their small clothes.
I look like the Elephant Man.
Oh, God. That's not nice.
I look like a huge-nosed bastard.
It looks like you're just a tongue. Like your head is a tongue. Put it back down.
I can't put it on, dude.
Just leave it off. But George R. R. Martin invited Seth Rogen and James Franco to his house to screen it. Or at his private theater. It's called the John...
In New Mexico?
Something. In New Mexico, yes.
With all the wolves?
With the wolves.
All the wolves are scary.
The wolf den.
That's a callback to Macro Play.
Yeah, we've been playing Far Cry, and we had to take out a den of wolves.
It's actually been a lot of fun. You weren't down to play the last Far Cry.
I didn't like Far Cry 3. I just think it's...
We played Far Cry 3 for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably why.
That's why.
I mean, I've watched a lot of Let's Plays of Far Cry 3 as well.
Uh-huh.
And I watched a lot of streaming of it, so I'm not really, too eager to play it.
Far Cry 4, though, what do you think?
It's... the world so far is really interesting, and, the story, what we've seen of it is really good.
The graphics are good.
The graphics are amazing.
It's fun to play.
Yeah, it is fun. cutting the wolves' intestines out and, skinning them.
Yeah, it gets
It's
really
fun.
bloody.
I think our last episode was called Blood and Guts. Yeah, go check
Did
that
you ever
out.
call one woofs?
No, I don't think I did.
Why didn't you ever call it the woof episode?
Because a
I
better
told
name
you.
presented itself, so I went with it.
Oh, God. You went with a celebrity name. Of
No,
course.
I didn't.
He always goes with the celebrity names. Like, we've got Jermaine Dupri. That's one of the macro plays. What's another one? There's like
You can only remember one?
Jermaine Dupri.
You said
There's
that
like
already.
Christopher Walken.
No, there's not.
Sean Connery.
Nope. Let's see if you can even name one of the other ones.
I don't. Fucking Adriana Lima.
Nope.
Christoph Waltz.
Nope.
Brad Pitt.
No.
Conan O'Brien.
There we go.
Oh, we got one of them.
We got one.
What was the other one?
It was Amy Schuler.
Amy
I think we
Schumer.
had
Amy Schumer.
Schuler.
Who is Schuler? Is there Schuler? You're thinking of like Ferris Bueller.
Amy Bueller.
Amy Bueller. Amy
Yeah.
Schuler.
I think we had a couple more too. I just can't think of them right now.
Yeah, well, you can't think of them at all.
What? I knew the other ones.
Let's see if you can name one more.
What?
See if you can name one more.
No, this is
Come
gonna take-
on.
no.
Oh, now I've turned the tables, and now you're like, oh, it's going to take the whole podcast for me to remember.
Wait, but I actually remembered 3 of them from the start.
What
you
were the
only
3 from
remembered
the start?
one. Conan O'Brien, Amy Schumer, and Jermaine
you didn't
Dupri.
no, you only, dude. I named all of those.
No, what? When you said Conan O'Brien, I said yes, correct. Because I already knew.
I
it
started
was
with
true.
Jermaine Dupri,
And I knew that too.
and then I was like Conan O'Brien, and I
Okay,
named
let's
that,
see
and
if
then
you can
were
name
like,
the games that accompanied him. Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri was Far Cry. No, it was GTA. Jermaine Dupri? What? Oh, it was Sherlock Holmes.
It was Outlast, dude.
Really?
Fuck.
Okay, well, Amy
Conan
Schumer.
O'Brien.
That was DCU Online.
Amy Schumer.
That was Far Cry.
DCU Online.
Really?
Both were DCU.
How was that DCU Online?
Because we saw another lady who was like, it looked like Amy Schumer. Like, one of the NPCs looked like Amy
Why
Schumer.
she looked like Amy Schumer? That's such a weird fucking
Why did
woman.
he look like Conan O'Brien?
That looked exactly like Conan O'Brien.
did.
No
I'm not-
bullshit. If you guys
yeah.
play DCU Online, you'll see it looks exactly like Conan O'Brien.
If you want to know where we're talking about, it's one of the Poison Ivy quest, and it's like in the middle of some
Honestly,
buildings.
if you play DCU Online and you're like a fairly avid gamer, you'll get through that like in 4 days gaming on that game. You'll get to that point.
Yeah.
Not even.
Less,
I mean,
probably.
it's a lot
Like,
of
people
fun, and it's free to play. It's a blast.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's good, and you get free biscuits when you play it with ham in them. And sriracha. Just kidding, they don't have that. You know what? Those biscuits would have been way better with cheese.
Really?
Don't you think so?
Did they not have cheese?
They didn't have cheese.
It tasted like cheese.
Nah, there was no cheese. That's the one thing that they were missing. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, you could always put cheese on them yourself.
You could do that. Okay, what's this? What are you
Well-
pulling up on the macro screen?
So while Download was gone, a lot of stuff happened, especially like
A lot of stuff happened. So I was gone for a good portion of time.
you missed about 4 or 5 episodes of the Macrocast.
Yeah. Well, no, I was in town for one episode and then I
In
left.
between, in
Yeah.
the middle. So you were away for like 2 weeks, then away for 2 more weeks.
Yes, I was.
So
And I bought an ostrich pillow.
I know we talked a little bit about it last week.
Sponsor us.
Mid-season finale of Arrow.
Oh, dude. Yeah, okay, so I got caught up with all of the shows in the past couple of days. And the mid-season finale of Arrow... Okay, Felicity, shut up. Felicity, who is this? Laurel and her mother?
So
Oh, God, look at Laurel. She's, like, pouting right there. Laurel's
always
like,
pouting.
She's like, humph. Every time I see Laurel, I think that that's the noise she's making. She's like, humph.
So a lot of shit went down in this
Aw,
episode. And
Thea,
before we
she's
go
so
any
thick,
further,
Thea. She's thick. Well, why are you wearing flannel, girl? You look like Kurt Cobain.
before you go further, we need to warn people that there be spoilers ahead.
There be spoilers, you scurvy scumbag.
Spoilers for the Arrow mid-season finale.
Yeah, graving rats.
Lots of spoilers, so go away if you don't want to hear spoilers.
Thea looked thick, Thea, but she wearing the flannel. Why is she wearing the flannel? She always look... Okay, yeah, take it off, girl. She's just going to cross her arms. She always just does that.
Mainly
it's always
in this
just her
scene-
crossing her arms. She's never taking the shirt off.
Just look. Do you remember the scene where he attacks her as the Arrow?
Yes.
Like, did you see the look on his face when she fought back?
He looked pretty surprised.
Like, that could be a total my reaction win gif. Like, he was totally...
Nobody's chosen to use it yet.
He was just flabbergasted.
Thea, I've got to tell you,
I'm never going to see you again.
Malcolm Merlin's dick.
Felicity,
are you gonna...
I'm sorry.
Felicity, I'm gonna leave.
She's like, come back, Oliver.
She's like, please, Oliver, are you, like, serious? Are you gonna leave me? And he's like, yeah.
What are your thoughts on their relationship? Because it seems like the community is split. Like,
Oliver, I'm gonna kiss you right now. No, Felicity. Don't. I'm gonna kiss you right now, and if you say something about it, it's gonna... Oh, I'm just gonna put my bag on and leave. I'm just gonna leave, but I love you. I love you, and you are really, really cool. And hanging with you has been awesome.
I'm just gonna kiss you on your forehead right now.
You know what? You know what I'm thinking about, Felicity?
Here it comes.
I'm just gonna plant this right on your...
Oh! So, no, on a serious note, what are your thoughts on the Oliver-Felicity relationship? Oh, my God.
Oh, Felicity, you're so sexy. But she has a relationship with Ray Palmer, and that's not gonna happen, Ollie. Ollie doesn't even realize that Felicity be boning Ray Palmer. They've been fucking for the past,
no, they haven't.
They've been fucking for the last, month and a half.
He kissed her once,
dude,
and
they've
she
been
wasn't
fucking,
having any
dude.
of it.
Oh my God. And he's like, I'm on the top of the mountain. I'm on the top of the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Is arrow in your cup?
Why did that stop? Oh.
What do you mean?
What was that? There was like a blank spot right there.
Because that's where the commercials usually go.
Oh, I see. Well, he got slain.
So
I think that would be the right terminology for it. He got slain.
Are you familiar that much with Nissa in the comics? Like her name is normally not Nissa Al Ghul because she's
not really mentioned in the comics. She's only...
Yeah, she is.
Talia is like a big character in the comics.
They both were.
Nissa is too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Nissa was like Ra's al Ghul in the comics thought her intellect was one of the few in the world that rivaled his.
Isn't it Ra's al Ghul?
It is.
Ra's?
It is.
Or is it Ra's?
No, it's Ra's.
Or is it...
I always say Ra's though because it's easier.
Or is it Raichu?
It is in fact Raish, and it
You
bugs
sure
a
it's
lot
not
of people.
Raichu?
No,
like
it's
from
Raish.
the Pokemon?
It's Raish.
Okay.
So
why does he have tattoos?
Apparently,
a lot
in
of
the
parents,
comics,
a lot of parents probably watch this and say he shouldn't have tattoos.
Nissa was one of the few people that Roz gave a Lazarus pit to, and she unlocked.
Oh, he gave her own Lazarus pit.
She unlocked the secret to reusing them as well.
He knows how to reuse them. He's reused the Lazarus. At this
point,
point,
if you notice his body, like, look, he has
perfect.
No scars.
He has no scars at all. At this point, like, he's probably used it probably 100 times or more.
Probably. Well,
but there's the Lazarus fever, though. You and I talked about this the other day. The Lazarus pits drive you mad.
Well, and what's crazy too, what we talked about, or what I screenshotted was someone was like, whenever Roz uses it, they probably know, like, lock this fucker in a room, like.
Well, isn't that what they do? They say that they lock Raish in a room for like a week or 2 weeks until he can overcome his Lazarus fever.
But apparently the fever doesn't always happen either. It's not like a sure thing.
Look at Ollie's. I love how like they made Ollie's body totally scarred up though. Like,
do you
brutal.
think he's gonna lose them if he goes like if? Okay, so if
that would be really curious, though.
If you're still listening and you ignored our spoiler warnings, Oliver dies in this episode. So
and it's fucking brutal too. You should watch it. It's awesome the way that they carry this.
We're gonna go through to the end, but everyone is talking about how he's probably gonna get resurrected with the Lazarus pit.
Well, they can't just kill the fucking show like that.
Yeah. Do you think he'll lose his scars? I mean,
I don't know. That would be really awesome if that actually happened.
Really? People were saying they don't want him to lose his scars.
Well, but see, I could see both things happening. I wouldn't be mad either way because if he doesn't lose his scars, they could be like, well, he already had them when he went into the Lazarus pit. Like maybe Raish didn't have any scars when he went into the Lazarus pit for the first time. So
a lot of people weren't fond of. They said Ollie was like just kind of coming at him, like he wasn't as calculated.
He
as
really was. He was kind of just going at him.
I feel like that was his only choice though, considering it's Ra's al Ghul. Like everyone, when he went into that fight, I knew he was gonna die. There's
didn't
no
know
way,
that.
dude. There's no way Green Arrow is gonna take out Ra's al
Well,
Ghul.
see, that's what I was thinking too. The only person who could take out Ra's al Ghul is Batman.
And even so this was modeled after Batman's duel with Ra's in the comics.
But see,
oh
but
look,
you and I
Oliver
talked,
gets a hit in there.
You and I talked about this too, though. Oh, dude,
Here it
and he
comes.
grabs. He literally crushes his windpipe right there, though.
Yeah,
Like, so he was dead before he even like stabbed him. He's already dead right there. He's already dead because he can't breathe.
yeah.
You know, he can't breathe at all.
It was a homage, though, to a duel that Batman had with Ra's in the comics, and even Batman lost that duel, I'm pretty sure. Like, do you think a lot of people don't want it to be... Because Ra's said something about he's been doing this for 60-some years, but Ra's, like, in the comics, is like 700 years old at this point.
Yeah, he's really old.
So I'm wondering if they're changing that, or if he's still going to be really old.
Well, I think so. I don't know. I love how they have like the light shining on his back right there.
And he's like, his whole life is flashing before his eyes.
And he just kicks him off.
Notice how it only shows Felicity, though. It doesn't show Sarah or Laurel. Like, Felicity
I
is
didn't notice
Oliver's
that. That's
true
crazy.
love.
But that's like such bullshit too, because his Green Arrow's true love is Black Canary.
Yeah, but I feel like for this show, since like...
Oh, Beth Schwartz, dude. What a bitch.
Damn it, Beth. Oh, God, another... Can we... Are you caught up with Walking Dead?
No, that's
another
the other
show.
That's the last show I have to catch up with. But,
I won't say anything.
But we can talk about Gotham for a second, though.
Yeah, so you caught up with Gotham?
I'm caught up with Gotham, and God, I'm just so pissed off about everything.
Well,
Catwoman is like the worst thing that could have possibly ever happened.
It's the worst character on that show.
And it could have been so good, but they just like decided to make her. I don't know. There's
the
no
timeline
reasoning.
is wrong. Like I really like the actors make it interesting, but the timeline is just totally fucking wrong. I don't want to watch this shit.
Catwoman's like 5 years older than Bruce Wayne. She's like, I'll let you kiss me.
And Bruce is too young. I don't give a shit about what Bruce was doing then.
And
like,
why is Bruce training with Alfred?
Alfred's like a badass in this version. Like. And what's his name? The guy who plays Alfred is just killing it.
Yeah, but he's like Cockney. He's like a Cockney thug.
He's a Cockney thug, Alfred.
But that's not like how. That's not canon at all. Like that's not the way it should be.
That's like the
Bruce
one show
learns
that's
his
fucking
skills
it up,
when he goes. He like leaves, doesn't he?
Well, he studies under Ra's, like in the comics. No,
right? Yeah,
like
the League of Assassins, but he
Yeah.
goes traveling and does like he leaves Gotham, I think, for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. The show is just like complete bullshit. Like the Penguin is awesome. The guy who plays the Penguin is great.
The acting, that's all that makes it. But like, I don't.
But his the whole Norman Bates thing with like, oh,
him and his mom,
your mother, like, yeah, that's so dumb.
Yeah,
it's so dumb. It like doesn't need to happen. I don't know.
Like,
and he like waddles around and like. That's okay, but that's like it's his own thing of the Penguin. He's trying to Heath Ledger the part, I feel. But the show is not good enough to be able to do that.
What's sad though is like his act, like in another medium, his acting would probably blow people away.
If it was Christopher Nolan directing, it would be totally.
I feel like I fully don't like any of these incarnations, and I don't want to see what happens. Like, I'm willing to watch the second half of the first season and finish out the first season, but if the show hasn't significantly changed by the end of it, I'm done.
I'm sorry, dude. I like what's her name, Jada Pinkett Smith.
She's amazing.
She's like overacting though.
But it's
she's
good.
She's so
works.
hardcore, and I feel like that was the same thing with like Person of Interest when we watched that kid on
But
Person of Interest.
that works for Fish Mooney. Like,
nah, Fish Mooney is a fucking made up role.
I don't care. That's why she's like making it her own. But like I feel like that acting is phenomenal.
Well, then at that rate, then why would you even care about the fucking Penguin? It's like whatever.
I don't because they're shoving it down our throats. Like, oh, he's the Penguin. The Penguin.
But that's how I feel about
Riddler.
Fish Mooney too. Is that they're shoving it down. You're like, oh, she's a bad person. Like, oh, this is who she is. Like, oh, she's the main villain in this whole season. Doesn't make sense.
There's no way she's gonna take over Falcone.
No, there's no way she's gonna do it because in the canon, and if she did, it would be stupid.
Yeah, people would hate it even more. I hate the show now.
I hate it. I think that Gotham should not be renewed. I think that they should do The Flash and they keep doing the Flash and Arrow. Give the Atom like his own show even, or fucking. I would love to see Batman have his own show on the CW. That would be really cool.
We're
Or
gonna have to wait
Nightwing
to see what happens with like
it would be
Teen
better
Titans.
if it was Batman though.
Well, you are going to see
That's
Nightwing
gonna-
on screen.
But that's going to be TNT.
TNT.
That'll probably be good, but it's not going to be canon with what's going on in the
No.
Flash and Arrow, and
True.
that's what I wish was happening. You know?
But why? I don't think it needs to be. Like, why does the Teen Titans thing need to be involved with the Flash and Arrow? I feel like that could be separate.
I feel like the Teen Titans happened way later than the Flash's origin and the Arrow's origin. That was when the Justice League was already established.
And what about? There's also going to be a Supergirl show, but
That's on CW as well.
Is it CW?
I think so.
I thought it was Fox. You may be right though.
If it is on CW, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Then we'll see all of it come together. But that doesn't make sense really because Superman comes before Supergirl. So why would there be Supergirl?
True.
Well, Unless
Superman
Superman already
already
exists,
exists.
and like
Yeah.
Batman already exists, and all this shit's happening, but we're just we're not really aware of
Well,
it.
consider where Superman lives. Superman's in Metropolis, and we've seen like nothing of Metropolis.
We've
So-
seen nothing of Gotham either. We've
Yeah.
seen Star City and Central City, and that's it. We haven't seen Coast City either.
I think they could do it with like a news article or something, or someone's
could-
watching the news in Starling, and there's like aliens discovered in Metropolis, and it's like
I mean, they could break the news easily in like one episode of one of these shows.
Yeah,
and then be
definitely.
like, oh, and then like,
and crossover, so
Yeah,
it like
totally.
impacts both.
I mean, they could cross over in one episode, just be like, oh shit, that's Superman. Like, and oh, it happened. Everyone knows who Superman is. We don't have to see another origin. We don't have to see an origin
Fuck
of Batman even. Like, it would be great to just like jump in. Like, oh, this is already what's going on. Like, we already know what the deal is with these people. And
Yeah.
now they're forming the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
And we have... Why is Supergirl, though? We would see Wonder Woman before Supergirl.
I mean, that's why I feel like you would see all those people before Green Arrow. And
I want to see
like,
Martian Manhunter.
so like
And Green Lantern.
the original Justice League: Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl. Or is it?
I don't think Hawkgirl was even
it was
part of the
Hawkman.
original Justice League. No, he's not even part of the original
Yeah, he was,
Justice- no.
dude. He was in the original comic.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Original Justice League is Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
There's 7 of them, dude.
I don't
There
know
was
who the
7
other two
original-
are.
Yeah. Did you? Wait,
Oh,
okay.
Aquaman 2, and someone else.
Okay. Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash,
Oh, the Flash, yeah.
Green Lantern,
Yeah.
Aquaman, Martian Manhunter. Okay, yeah, I guess.
And then Superman.
Hawkgirl and Hawkman followed right after, though.
They were in like the second tier.
They were the first people to join after the founding members.
I think Hawkgirl was. Hawkman followed after that, didn't he? Or was it both of them at the same time?
I always thought it was Hawkman that came first, which is why it kind of irked me
Hawkgirl. That's why I'm like a huge fan of Hawkgirl because they like I don't know.
because of Justice League animated.
Yeah, but the way they introduced her and then like the whole Hawkman thing was an afterthought. Like it was so unconventional, you know.
Yeah.
It was badass. I liked that. You don't see that in the Marvel comics. I don't know. There's no like. I feel like I would like Marvel comics a lot more if they weren't so directed towards children. Like all of the Marvel comics I see on Netflix are all like they're all rated kids and TV. Or like kids TV.
They're more.
They're for kids, man.
Which is why Disney bought Marvel and
I'm
not
sure,
DC. like
Well, DC's got more serious
it's got
overtones.
but I feel like Marvel does sometimes they drown them in that fucking like cutesy shit.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I did talk to some people though while I was at Disneyland. It's funny. I mean, I spend a lot of time at the bar when I'm at Disneyland, and I talk to a lot of people that are like from other places, you know, in and out. And a lot of these people I talked to about Marvel and DC, and they were saying, "Oh, Marvel has the more serious comics."
No way.
Like, and so that made me feel like they were like misinformed, or I don't know. Maybe that's the truth. Maybe there's some like maybe I'm missing all the really serious stuff, and
I doubt it.
you know.
That person's just wrong, and I feel like the reason Marvel is more popular is because it looks more popular. Marvel has way more fanboys than DC.
Well, Marvel is also the all-American comic brand. Like,
exactly.
You and I talked about this before. Like, DC is not that. Like, none of the what stories take place in the United States cities in the DC comics?
None of them.
They're all
None
in
of the good
Metropolis,
ones.
Gotham, Coast City, Star City.
Exactly. Whereas, like, Spider-Man and Iron Man are always just, like, traipsing through New
York or L.A.
Yeah.
Like, Iron Man's in L.A., in Hollywood, and, like, all over the place. In Chicago. Meanwhile, this and that, like, I don't know. And I just feel like the Avengers are hard to relate to. Like, it's hard to relate to Thor.
I love Marvel comics, though. Like,
it's hard to relate to Thor, and it's hard to relate to the Hulk.
I have an appreciation for Nordic mythology, though. So, like,
yeah, but Nordic mythology, I feel like, makes more sense with DC Comics because they have, like, the High Father and...
that exists. Like, all of that exists in Marvel.
Yeah, I know. That's in Thor, though.
Yeah.
That's all the Thor universe.
Yeah. But the Thor universe is, like... The Thor universe is what connects the Earth, like, connects Earth to the alien part of the universe, you know?
Really? I thought that Asgard was just another planet.
Well, it is, but, like, the King of Asgard is protector of all 9 realms.
But not all the... that's just a title, though.
But no, he's
not.
Really is.
No, he's not because
in the last
shit
Thor
fucks
movie,
up and like and
in the last Thor movie, Thor was campaigning on all those planets, fixing shit. Like, yeah,
okay,
and all those are like alien realms.
So
dude,
so Odin or whatever, it's Odin, right? And
yeah.
Thor is the most powerful character probably in the Marvel universe.
I'd say Thor is probably more powerful than Odin at this point.
Thor is more powerful than Odin, and why isn't
Odin's
Thor
old.
the guy that takes out Darkseid, or not Darkseid, but Thanos? Captain America is the guy that takes out Thanos.
Because I don't know,
in the
man.
comics.
Well,
Thor's taken out like that.
Okay, wait.
Literally.
Let's get something straight. Thor may be like one of the most powerful characters, but Thanos is on a whole nother level, especially with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Not even. Thor is a god. Thanos is a god. That's what they say. He's the mad god.
Yeah.
Thor is a god, though.
But if you listen to Odin, he says we are not gods. We're just like the humans. We live and die.
Yeah, well,
and then Loki,
he's being modest. Though.
But Loki says like give or take a couple thousand years.
Yeah,
you know,
Loki. They're fucking they're gods, dude. Like Odin's being modest. Thanos is he's just crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I feel, but
Thanos wants to conquer the entire universe.
And Thanos kills half of the Marvel universe in the flick of his fingers. Like, I'm familiar with Marvel lore as well, but I feel like Darkseid is way fucking crazier than Thanos.
I feel
Darkseid is interested in nothing but death.
He's a more hands-on bad guy than Thanos. Like, I feel like what we've seen of Thanos so far is just him like sitting back in that chair.
But Thanos, in the cinematic universe, yeah, that's true. But I mean, Thanos also courts death, like literally. The whole storyline with like the whole reason that he wants to kill the entire universe is because he courts death. Like he's upset. Death is like his match, you know.
Yeah.
So he's like in love with her, and she like mocks him. I don't know. After he kills like a bunch of people or half the universe or whatever, she just like laughs at him and says, "Ha, like you weren't capable of killing everyone" or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I can't. Don't quote me, but that is the relationship between Thanos. Thanos has a close relationship with death, and Deadpool is like has the hots for death, like real bad.
Oh, really?
That's like his thing.
He would.
He has like the hots because Deadpool can't die.
Damn it, Wade.
He's the only character in the Marvel universe that really he just can't fucking die. Like he'll fucking live over and over and over and over again.
Which is what that's kind of what they were trying to symbolize in that Wolverine movie. It's just what no one wanted to see. No one gave two shits. No one wanted to see that.
We wanted to see Deadpool's personality.
We wanted to see
breaking the fourth wall and going we wanted to see like a complete break from the seriousness of that movie. And like if Deadpool shows up, it's like, oh, it's not even the same movie anymore while Deadpool's there.
It's like Baraka Deadpool now. Like what the fuck? When did this turn into Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, that was dumb. But that's why everyone says let's just forget about the last 30 minutes of that movie.
I mean, yeah.
The Juggernaut was kind of cool in that movie. It was Vinnie Jones, right? As the Juggernaut? He's like, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
No, dude, that's X-Men Last Stand.
Wasn't that the same? No, it was the same movie, wasn't it? It wasn't?
It's X-Men Last Stand.
Well, there have been so many X-Men movies. There have been like 11 of them.
the one that Deadpool was in was a standalone Wolverine movie, which there
Really?
were 2 of.
Okay.
Which were totally unnecessary, by the way. Both those movies could have never happened.
Yeah.
Like, the second one, the more recent one, is really dumb.
And I continue to believe that the X-Men and, like, Spider-Man are the only reason that Marvel continues to stand. Like, I don't think that anyone really gives a shit about Iron Man or fucking Hulk.
I think they do now, though, man.
Now they do, because Disney's put all that money behind them and the Avengers and stuff have come out. But before that, like...
Yeah, no one
like,
cared about
anyone
it.
in our generation, I really feel doesn't give a shit. I don't know.
First Iron Man movie is kind of what spurred the rebirth of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, but Disney wasn't involved at that point.
No.
That was... Who the fuck was making those movies? Like, the first 2 Iron Man movies, Disney had nothing to do with.
Really?
Yeah, and they did them really, really well, and Disney was like, oh, these are really lucrative, so let's buy into this.
Yeah.
That
And they were
was
like, oh,
what
it's
happened.
Marvel. Perfect. Kids love Marvel. Like, here we go.
Well, exactly, and it's like, oh, let's incorporate that with our parks. Kids love our parks. Let's sell to kids. Well, I mean, what we're selling to kids,
Let's sell them cigarettes and booze.
No, we're selling
Yes.
we're selling to kids. Let's sell them stuffed animals,
Yeah.
bullshit, you know, and,
Toys, action figures.
and their parents are going to pay double for it.
Yeah.
That's so much smarter.
I really hope they do get Spider-Man 2 because, like, everyone's going to hate me for this, but I do not like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans.
I'm not a huge... I like the first one. It was okay,
I don't like
but
the
it was
first
like,
one. I don't like the second one.
But for what
don't
it's
like
worth,
the
it was
third
like
one.
they were cheesy, dude. They were like...
They
came from before Batman... What was it? Batman Begins happened.
But, like, okay, if you look at, like... I'm probably going to piss off even more people saying this, but if you look at the 2 new Spider-Man movies, there's something, like, really quirky about the way they do things that is perfect for Spider-Man. And I feel like that's, like... And the actor, like, Andrew Garfield makes Tobey Maguire look like a shit Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of the new Spider-Man movies.
Neither am I, man. They're okay.
They're okay at best.
I'm more a fan
Like,
of the way they did the
none of
cinematography and the writing in those 2
Neither of
movies.
the Spider-Man movies really holds a candle to Batman Begins or The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Or Dark
Batman
Knight.
Begins is not my favorite. Dark Knight is probably my favorite out of those. And I'd say Rises is second after that. Batman Begins is really slow.
Batman
man.
Begins is it's like Arrow though. Like when you're watching Arrow, the TV show, the first season is like really slow. Like that show is like, but in Batman Begins, Ra's al Ghul only comes to play in like the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit.
Well,
he's
he
the guy
doesn't know
who's
he's
behind.
Raish until the end. He doesn't know that it's him. He thought he thought he was the other guy
What do you mean?
in Batman Begins.
He thought it was another guy.
Yes, dude.
I don't
Oh my
remember
god!
that.
In Batman Begins, there's this other guy in Nanda Parbat who is pretending to be him, and that's who Bruce thinks he is the whole time.
But he was
And
actually trained by Raish. Didn't
Yeah.
that guy die and he like Raish inhabited
Exactly.
another body or something like that?
No, man, he died. He died. So Bruce thought that Ra's died, and then at his house at the end, he's like, "But can Ra's al Ghul truly ever die?" And it was him, and he's like, "You're Ra's al Ghul." You know, like he figures it out.
There was one other Goldbely thing that we
Oh god.
We forgot about it, guys. I want you guys to see how big this cookie is.
It's a ginormous cookie.
It's like literally the fattest cookie I've probably ever seen.
How are you gonna deal with that?
It's gonna break in half like this. Oh, dude.
Yeah. It's miserable.
Here. You can take this lump of cookie.
It's like a lump of coal.
It's a lump of cookie.
Merry Christmas. Oh yeah. Christmas is coming up. It's gonna happen in between this week's episode and next week's episode. So Merry Christmas.
So are we
Happy
doing
holidays.
Are we doing any Christmas sales online?
No. Just go
Okay.
buy our shirts.
Just go buy shirts. No sales for you.
Or you can buy them as a gift. You probably won't get them in time for Christmas, but buy someone a gift. You know, for the people you like.
We don't offer overnight shipping.
Wow, this is delicious.
It is pretty good. This is a cookie from Carol's Cookies. More than just a cookie. Handmade, all natural. That is a really thick cookie, though.
Yeah, but it's not hard.
It's not. It is delicious.
So, this has been playing the whole time we've been talking.
I don't know.
Do you want to talk about the mid-season finale of Flash?
Well, my mouth is full of cookie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Professor, what's his name?
Professor Zoom.
No, Professor what? Or Dr.
Wells?
Dr. Wells is Professor Zoom.
Here's my theory.
I don't
either
think that- I
Professor
don't think that
Zoom
he's
or he's
Reverse
Barry
Flash.
Allen himself.
I think we talked about this the other day. I think that he is Barry Allen himself from the future. That would make a way more interesting story than him just being like. It would be so simple as him being Professor Zoom. You know?
There he is. Yeah, this show is badass. Like the way they've done the superheroes and everything is perfect, and the villains.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. That cookie was awesome. Mm-hmm. Like really good, surprisingly good.
Delicious.
I mean, it was so like one of the fattest cookies I've ever seen. But what?
Yeah, it was delicious.
But we still haven't seen Reverse Flash. Like we haven't seen his face. We don't know who he is. I like how they've done this whole time, though. It's been like he's been like blurred.
Well, Professor Zoom is Eddie. We know, like, his name, Eddie Thawne.
His name is Eobard Thawne.
Oh, Eobard or whatever?
Yeah, so, and he's from the future. I mean, so, it's probably not Eddie. Eddie is probably one of his ancestors. Or he's like, Eddie is him, and he's like way older.
Exactly. That's what I think it is.
Could be that, but I mean, I hope that Professor Wells is not Reverse Flash.
Something tragic is going to happen to Eddie, and he's going to become Reverse Flash, and then the timelines are going to sync up.
Well, I mean, I don't think so, because in the canon, like, he's just a crazy guy from the future.
Yeah.
It's not like some like terrible Batman-esque thing happens. And that's kind of like fucked if they do end up doing that, because it's like, well, they've made the Arrow of Batman.
Well, like, all the Flash villains are kind of that way, you know? Like what you're saying, they're all kind of... None of the Flash villains are ever really a serious threat. Like, Mirror Master and Trickster, like, those are probably the two most pathetic villains in all of supervillaindom.
I don't know. I think in the comics they're just robbers though. Like Mirror Master is just a story. Okay, so the Riddler is like a kind of pathetic villain, but I did some research on the Riddler last night, like just for shits and giggles, like just looked him up, like his character history and whatnot. And he does kill people, but he's so compelled by his like need to, and this is because I was watching Gotham, but he's so compelled by his need to ask riddles or like, you know, like leave the other person dumbfounded, that if he was to kill someone, he has to set them up in a trap, like Saw-like, to where one person can get them out, and that's like the only way they can get out. Yeah, that's the Riddler. Like, I don't know. I don't think that. I don't.
But like, I'm talking about in terms of the actual stories.
Sorry,
like,
I started watching the show now.
Even the other villains consider Trickster and Mirror Master really pathetic.
They all consider the Riddler to be pathetic.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
even Joker, too. But, like, the Joker...
The Joker's not pathetic.
No, but most of the other villains don't like him.
Yeah, because he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But he, like, plays by his own rules. That's why. Like, the Joker's not pathetic, though. Like, he'll fuck you up.
Well, yeah, that's why, like, even when, like, Lex Luthor
really
or Vandal Savage works with him, they have to... That's the one villain they have to watch out for.
They cover their bases. Vandal Savage and Lex Luthor are both, like, they have their head on their shoulders. Like, they both know what's up. Vandal Savage has, like, way more knowledge than Lex Luthor does.
Well, he's been around for thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands of years, no?
Yeah.
He's been around since...
thousands of years.
I think, isn't
he's
he...
He's from Cro-Magnon. Like,
he was a caveman.
Yeah, he was a caveman.
Fucking Vandal Savage was a caveman.
He found, like, some matter from a meteorite, and it made him smart. Made him much smarter than everyone else, so he's been around for years.
And immortal.
Trying to take over the world, doing all kinds of shit.
And he is, like, legit immortal. Like, cut off his head, it'll grow back.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Or, like, well, if you kill him, his body just repairs. Like,
I don't know if you can cut off his head, though.
You probably could, man.
Lex Luthor is like... Lex Luthor and Captain Cold are the only characters in the DC universe that are, like, villains that I feel have consciences.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. It's cool that Lex has a conscience, because he's always scheming, but it's fun to see, like, his conscience get the better of him.
Well... That's why he becomes part of the... They both become part of the Justice League eventually. Yeah. Captain Cold does, too.
That's like... I think that's one of the things they're probably going to accentuate on in The Flash, is Captain Cold's, humanity.
Well, hopefully they don't do it yet, though.
I hope we don't see Captain Cold till next season.
No, he'll come back this season.
I would be fine if they keep doing like a Monster of the Week thing, like you were talking about.
I feel like they need to start introducing like a serious character arc like next season, though.
What if they could do something like?
I would love to see the Justice League come into play eventually on CW.
I would love, I would love to see maybe like, what if Vandal Savage is like already there and he's like recruiting the metahumans now, and like the season ends with him breaking them out of
Vandal
the
Savage
prison.
is a Superman enemy.
True, but he's a Justice League enemy too.
This is a sugar cookie with chocolate chips in it.
It was delicious. I already ate my piece.
I'm going to cut this in half. I'll give you half of it.
No, I don't want any more.
Once we're done.
I don't want any more.
I'll throw it away then. But
You do that.
Vandal Savage is like, I feel like he kind of has a conscience too.
Yeah, well,
I would like to see him.
he wants to rule the world because he thinks he's better than everyone
It's funny
else.
how they had Argus show up in Arrow though, and they were like, "Oh, you guys aren't police. What are you? Oh, they're Argus." They were like, "They're Argus," and he was like, "You stay back," like the Argus agent or whatever.
Yeah.
That was cool. I would like
Argus
to see.
is really awesome.
I would
in
love
Arrow.
to see a Suicide Squad TV show.
Yeah. I mean, they already have the characters in place, pretty much.
Yeah, they could do more classic Suicide Squad though. We don't need to see the Joker or any of that bullshit in there. We don't even need to see Harley Quinn really, like for the first couple seasons.
The Easter egg we got of her in Arrow was enough.
I feel like if they did a Suicide Squad TV show for the first couple of seasons, it should just be like regular Suicide Squad. Then Harley Quinn comes in or something like that. Like they have to already like introduce Gotham and Batman before they introduce someone like Harley Quinn.
Definitely. Well, I mean, they wouldn't necessarily have to because Harley's, like, her story can come in later. Like, she's not there from the beginning of the Joker's story. She doesn't come in until, much later.
No, I guess.
She hasn't been with the Joker from the very beginning.
No, but she like treats him
She
once
loves
he's caught.
him.
Once he's caught, and she didn't love him from the very beginning.
No, but she ends up loving him.
Yeah.
Like it's some weird, like, skewed
Well, it's because
relationship between the two.
Yeah,
of them.
it's like the patient and like doctor or patient and
But
nurse.
there's also
relationship.
like some sort of like sexual tension between them as well.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
because he knows how to play her.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what.
He leaves her like hanging.
He knows exactly what buttons to push with her, and if you watch Assault on Arkham, it's she ends up leaving like. She gets pissed at him, and he screws her over, and then she screws him over. But he knows exactly what buttons to push to get her back after she fucks Deathstroke, or what is it? Not Deathstroke, but
Deadpool? Or what?
Deadshot.
Oh, okay.
After she fucks Deadshot, they have a night
Do you
together.
remember Injustice? Because she kind of had a storyline similar to that in Injustice, or at least her other universe version.
She was like still into the Joker when she found out that the Joker was still
She
the
betrayed
Joker.
him though.
At the very end.
Yeah,
because he
like
was like she realized he was like
Crazy.
he was like impeding the benefit of like mankind.
Yeah.
It was like all of them though. It wasn't just him. I don't know. The Injustice storyline is really good. The comics are really good too. But the video game is kick ass. They stuck so true to the comics, which is awesome.
That was an awesome video game to play.
So the Flash has been playing this entire time.
Well, I mean, we talked about it, I think.
Briefly, yeah.
I don't know if I want to talk about this. It's not really huge.
What is this?
So, you know how the new Call of Duty had Kevin Spacey in it?
Yes.
So
Now there's DLC.
Yeah, and there's going to be a DLC. It's got some pretty big names in it. John Malkovich, Bill Paxton, Rose McGowan.
Great, and just for a DLC.
Just for a DLC, so that's pretty cool.
Well, obviously the Call of Duty must have worked because they're like, oh, Kevin Spacey's they figured that marketing aspect must have worked.
Well, and this is one of the most popular Call of Duties ever.
Oh, really?
When you compare it to their last release, too, Call of Duties, which was by far the biggest failure of a Call of Duty ever. It's the most hated.
Well, screw it.
Screw it.
I like Rose McGowan, but she's kind of all of these
Really?
actors have kind of gone off it. I like her.
Out of
I like
all
John
those actors, you like Rose McGowan
like
from
John
fucking
Malkovich, too.
Charmed?
She was in Jawbreaker. I like that movie.
Bill Paxton is the guy. He's John Garrett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I know Bill Paxton.
He's been in a lot of shit, man.
He's been in a lot of
Aliens.
movies, yeah. I
what
like
else?
John Malkovich, though.
Yeah, he's a
But that's
top-notch
it's
actor.
weird. I wonder how much they paid these guys to get them in this DLC.
Probably a lot,
$1 million a piece, you think?
I don't know
It's
if we
not
ever talked about
It's only
this.
a DLC. There can't be that much content. How much time do you think it took for them to do their work for the DLC? each individually?
They probably
Like
each
$1 million,
took 8 hours,
$1 million
probably.
worth of time.
Maybe 8 to 16 hours. I'm guessing.
16 hours for an entire DLC, and you think they're probably like $1 million.
Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know if I've talked about this before.
John Lithgow's in that, isn't he?
The voice acting cast is
John
insane.
Cleese.
John Cleese, Anthony Molina, Kate Beckinsale, like a couple other huge people. What's his name?
They're huge, like literally.
Gandalf, the guy who played Gandalf.
Ian McKellen.
No,
What?
Michael Gambon, dude. Ian McKellen was not.
What are you fucking talking about? Get your shit together.
Not Gandalf.
Dumbledore, you asshole.
Same character.
No, it's not the same character. You're like Gandalf. I'm like Ian McKellen. No, he didn't ever play. Wait, what was the other guy? Oh, Dumbledore.
Michael Gambon.
You're a schmuck.
I don't know if Star Wars: The Old Republic actually holds the world record for the most number of voice actors in a video game.
STFU.
Did you know that?
I don't care.
Most number of voice actors in one video game.
Is this thing just on a loop right here? John Bernthal,
think that's
John Malkovich, Bill Paxton,
I think that's a gift.
Rose McGowan, John Bernthal, John Malkovich. It's okay, now it's gone.
It's a fucking gift.
It's long
man.
gone.
It is a fucking gift.
Well, I think we've reached our time.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We've got to pause it.
Wrong. No, that's Macroplay. Dude.
Oh,
that is
shoot.
Macroplay where we have.
But you
to
guys
pause it
should
like
tune into Macroplay and check out all the cool video games that we're playing. We're playing some awesome stuff right now. We're playing. What are we playing right now?
We're playing Far Cry 4, GTA 5 on PS4. We're also playing some more Diablo 3 as of recently. Lego Batman 3.
And we're going to be playing probably some new games in the near future too. So stay posted.
Probably not many new games.
Stay posted
New
either
games?
way.
Already?
Stay always posted.
All right.
Always stay posted. Never stop.
Is there anything you have to plug
Please
before we
buy Systems Corrupted. It's number 51 on Beatport right now. It'll probably be even lower by the time this podcast comes out. But look up Downlow'd. That's DOWNLOW apostrophe D. DOWNLOW apostrophe D. I probably made that more confusing for you
go?
guys.
You just fucked it up.
Look up Downlow'd Systems Corrupted. You'll find it.
And just if you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to find out more Macro Records stuff. You can just go to thisismacro.com. It's the hub for all things Macro Records.
Because it is.
It has our blog, our Let's Plays,
does.
podcasts, music.
Everything.
Soon we're going to have a page up with like
Whatever
all
you
our
need.
artists on it. Every single artist who's ever released
I'm
on
leaving.
the label. Oh, where are you going?
You just finished the damn podcast on your own. I'm leaving.
But what? Okay, so while the song is playing, they're just going to look at me?
They're just going to watch you.
What the hell? Oh, well, that's our show, guys. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on iTunes. Just go to iTunes, find the podcast, and, leave us a nice, wholesome review and let other people know that you enjoyed the show. And hopefully they can find us as well. And we can get Goldbely to sponsor us. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.